Today, I'm going to Tier 1 Pain Management in Lansing, Kansas. Tier 1 works with veterans, first responders, and others who carry the physical and neurological effects of trauma. Their work focuses on the nervous system, how the body responds to stress, memory, and threat. The procedure I'm here for is called a Stellate Ganglion Block. It involves injecting a local anesthetic into a group of nerves in the neck called the stellate ganglion. These nerves are part of the sympathetic nervous system, the part that's responsible for the fight or flight response. For those of us who have spent years in high-stress environments, whether it be police work, firework, EMS, military, the nervous system learns to stay alert. It adapts to protect us. And sometimes, long after the danger has passed, if it's like my body, the body keeps responding like it's still happening. That can look like hypervigilance, anxiety, sleep disruption, emotional flooding, or just always feeling like you're about to respond to a call. The stellate ganglion block is designed to interrupt that cycle. By temporarily numbing those nerves, the sympathetic system has a chance to reset. Some people describe it as the internal alarm finally quieting. It's not a cure, and it's not a standalone solution, but for many, it creates space to think, to feel, and to breathe differently. I'm documenting this today not as an endorsement and not to suggest that this is the right path for everyone. I'm documenting it because many of us were never told that there are medical options available for trauma that affect the body, not just the mind. This is simply one step in my own healing journey.
We are doing a dual stellate ganglion block. So we'll perform this injection on both sides today. The science behind it is creating a hard reset by introducing 2% lidocaine, which is just a local anesthetic. And we put that local anesthetic near the ganglion that's in the sympathetic nervous chain alongside the cervical spine. So we'll perform this under ultrasound. There's a lot of big real estate items in there. So with ultrasound, we can see all the structures. We can see muscle, fat, tissue, carotid artery, jugular vein, thyroid, all those things that we want to stay away from. Usually takes me longer to set up than it does to do the procedure itself. And so now we're doing both sides. Traditionally, it's only been one side. Some people don't always respond to the one side, so we've added a dual sympathetic blockade. We do them about an hour apart. There are some side effects. People feel like they're having a stroke for a short period of time, might have trouble swallowing, or the pitch of their voice may change. All temporary, all comes back. Sometimes you'll kind of feel like you need to take a nap after the first one and the second one. So I usually love to follow up the day after or 2 days after and see if sleep gets better, and it normally does. And usually if the guys are a little bit hesitant on a report, I just talk to their spouses, and they usually give me good feedback on whether it really worked or not. But the beauty is I do 2 sets. We'll do the first set, and I kind of see it as a primer. Sometimes people are just so amped up, they need to go through that first set. Then I have people come back 4 to 6 weeks later, and we repeat the second set. We're going to throw a little IV NAD in you today as well. And that just kind of helps feed the cells, gives the energy units some energy. As we get older, some of those things in our bodies just don't work as well, and we don't produce as much on our own. So it's kind of a nice little pick-me-up. I promise it'll be okay.
Yeah, I am nervous.
It seems a lot from the get-go.
So what's like the first thing you feel?
So
Besides like you're having a stroke?
Usually that side of your face that we do gets really, really hot.
Okay.
Really warm. So you'll feel kind of flushed. And that's super normal. And then the other side effects kind of start kicking in. So usually the eye you feel first. The swallowing kicks in about 5 or 7 minutes afterwards. But I won't do anything without letting you know first what I'm doing.
No worries.
So that way there's no surprises. Okay, so all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to scan your neck with the ultrasound. And I'll know which vessels I'm going to go into.
Let me know if I need to move my neck or head.
You're great. Oh, you're just fine. Okay, cold on your neck here. 1, 2, 3. we're going to do 2 spots on this side. So there'll be 2 pokes. That allows us to get the inferior ganglion and the middle one. We leave the top one alone. Because it's too close to all the other vital structures. All right, so you're going to feel some really cold spray on your neck. Okay? 1, 2, 3. This just kind of helps with a little pinch. Here we go, a little pinch. 1, 2, 3. That's in. Good job. Okay, I'm going to check the first site. Okay, doing all right? Okay, then we're going to come in and we're going to do the level above it. So we're already done with part of it. Big poke. 1, 2, 3. I'm done with that. Doing okay?
Yep.
All right. Lots of pressure here, but we're almost done. All right, good job. That's all she wrote. Not
Good.
too bad, huh?
No, that didn't hurt at all.
Okay, good.
No, it just was like a weird pressure.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what the hell's pushing on my neck?
Right.
But
right.
no, that wasn't bad.
Okay.
By the time Vikki started the IV, I felt something was different, but I couldn't explain it. It wasn't fear, it was just unfamiliar. When I stood up, it felt like I'd had a drink or two. Not impaired, just softened. The edges of everything got quieter. I sat down in the lobby, and that's when I noticed it. The constant noise in my head, the pressure, was gone. A silence I didn't recognize. Over the next 45 minutes, I had a real conversation where I was present, engaged, and looking back, I found that I'd stopped clenching my jaw. I'd stopped scanning the room, and I'd stopped waiting for something to go wrong. My brain was calm, and that was the moment I realized that this is what normal might feel like. This is what happens when the body finally gets a break from being in survival mode. It gave me something I didn't know I was missing, a reference point, a data point for what calm really is. And once you feel it, you can't unknow it. Oh, you're fine. No, you're fine.
All right, man?
Yes.
Okay. Lots of pressure here. Section.
Wow.
Good job, man. You did it. You survived.
There is zero pain involved in that. Just pressure. I was way more terrified than what this was. 100% truth. The noise I had in my head coming in here, I couldn't even give you a percentage. Like, it's just not there. And I feel like, oh man, I feel like I'm back. I'm coming back. I've not been this clear-headed in a long time. So I left Tier 1 about 15 minutes ago, and I had a great experience there. You know, this isn't an end-all be-all treatment, but it's indescribable what it did, because there's just not all this noise in my head right now. And it just provided a very calming effect. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna continue over the next however long this lasts. And during that time, I'm also pursuing some other treatments that I'll absolutely be sharing once those are done. Thank you for watching my healing journey. I'll see you on the next episode.